window had to be retinted, some damage was done to it, whatever the case was. It was brought to us. We attempted to steam it off, and the steam didn't help at all. But basically, just you need soap and water and some kind of spray bottle, any kind of soap, dish soap, baby shampoo, anything that's going to be slippery with the water. And we're just going to start razor blading it off. And the reason you want the soap and water, again, is so your razor blade doesn't keep getting stuck in the glue when you're trying to razor blade it. You pretty much can start wherever you want. It's just a little process, and you're going to make strokes with the razor blade. Now I have a larger razor blade. Most people are just going to have an edge razor blade like this. I'm going to go ahead and use the one that we use. You just have to be careful. Sometimes people don't realize it. As you see here, this window almost looks clear, but it's one sheet of glue. As you can see, as I'm scraping, all the glue's coming off. It looks like it didn't leave anything, but it did. If you start rubbing your hand on it once you pull the film, you'll feel that it's kind of sticky. Now I'm just, like I said, using a larger blade to make my job a little quicker. You don't need a blade this large. And I'll only use it in the centers on the bigger areas, and then I'll go back over the edges with the smaller blade. But if you have to, and that's all you have is a small razor blade, single edge razor blade, then that's fine also. You want to try to get rid of as much of this goo as you can. Get it out of your way, away from this area, so it doesn't try to creep into the new tint job. If you're retinting it. If you're just removing it, just get it the best you can. If you leave a little bit, it won't hurt you. I'm getting in the edges. I've taped them off on this particular car. I can't do any damage with my razor blade. I don't have to be as cautious near the edges with the razor blade. Again, I'll go vertically with it. And again, more soap and water keeps my blade going smooth. And I'll go horizontally with it in case I missed anything. And a little trick that I like to do to make sure that I got it all is I'll spray some soap and water, and you don't have to worry. The cars are designed to handle water going in the door panel, etc. They're designed for weather. It's not going to damage the car if you get some soap and water on the panel. Just try to kind of keep it, wipe it down every once in a while so it just doesn't gather up anywhere. You're fine. What I like to do, again, like I said, is spray some soap and water, and I rub the film while it's slippery with my hand. What happens is my hand can feel to a millionth of an inch. So if there's a tiny speck of glue that I can't see with my eyes, I can feel it with my hand. If I feel it, I'll just go ahead and hit it with the razor, and I'll be good. Okay, that feels pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and work down to the rest of it. Getting all the excess out of the bottom there. So when I start rolling my window down and back up, I don't want it to go down in the window frame. Kind of at an angle with the razor blade, get underneath the gasket so there's no glue remaining there when you roll the window up and down. And it's fairly that easy. As long as your razor blade is newer or not dull and it's stainless steel. Stainless steel is less likely to scratch. That's it. I'm just giving it one more quick stroke. Feels clean with my hand. That means I pretty much got all the glue. And you don't have to tape off a car here. I've used duct tape, which any kind of tape would work, masking tape, whatever. You want to tape it, if you are going to tape it, we because you're afraid you may damage the edges. You want to be a little more cautious. Tape it off before you start doing anything. Roll the window down, tape your edges off before you've gotten anything wet, of course, because then the tape's not going to stick. And now I'm going to go ahead and squeegee the window off, look around, make sure I haven't left anything. And it's looking pretty good so far. That is how you remove window tint with the razor blade and soap and water, if you can't use the steam method. It's like I said, it doesn't take much talent, it just takes a little bit of elbow grease. But again, you can always bring it to us at Tint Pros.